laughed and asked me, how far can two hearts take? Plain lights blinking over oceans, old fears packed and out of sight. Your name on a boarding ticket felt like it finally fit just right. Travel and marriage, two stamps on the same old heart. Travel and marriage, one suitcase but two new starts. From the aisle to the window, from the promise to the far blue sky.
Good morning, y'all. Look who I was able to drag out of bed and get out here with me.
Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie. I say that like Chas don't get out of bed in the mornings, but she don't always like to go live. But last night she's like, "You want me to go live with you?" I was like, "Heck yeah, if you want to go, let's go." So
I don't know what I was.
So here she
thinking.
is.
It sounds so much better late at night than like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy she's here. It's awesome, and welcome in, you guys. All right, so we got Ocean to Ocean. Welcome in, Bruce. We've got John Gaylor in the house. We've got Bone Tired coming in. Thank you guys for dropping in here, and I know some folks will continue to filter over, but today's live that we're going to be talking about on Married with Travel is group cruises. So, before you go book that group cruise for your significant other, you just need to know some things, or before you just jump on a cruise, or just understanding what group cruises are in general, because they're not for everybody. Some people absolutely love them, and there's a number of different types of group cruises that you may or may not be aware of. So good morning, Pete and Lisa from the Cruise Life. Welcome in, guys. You raccoon loving pair. You good to see you. Thank you guys for dropping in. So let me get my notes up here. So the reason I thought it was important is in a study that was done by NerdWallet and AAA, now group cruises account for about 7% of extended family getaways on cruises. So 7% of the total volume that's done in cruises are now group cruises. So there's a chance that if you cruise a lot or you cruise a little, that you're going to run into one. And there's a number of different group cruises, and we'll jump into those. There's, like the booze cruise and the ABCs, which are put on by just a group of people who want to go and hang out and do things together. There's affinity cruises that are put on by the cruise line that are themed. And then there are also group cruises that are themed through a corporate deal. Maybe it's a concert cruise, maybe it's some type of performance, or whatever the case may be. And then there's some things in the middle, which are like, and Bruce and Cindy have some of these cruises through Ocean to Ocean where, hey, I've got a group of square dancers, or I've got a group of whatever kind of enthusiasts that are putting together a group cruise. And we'll talk about each and every one of those. But it says that in that same study that group cruises continue to grow in demand and group advertising is on the rise. So you are going to run into group cruisers, whether you want to, whether you don't, whether you're into it, whether you're not. So it's something to be aware of. So want to clarify our position on group cruises. We're not anti-group cruise, but
we're not anti-group cruise.
That's right.
So that was stupid.
It was super too. So to clarify the statement, we enjoy being on a cruise with a group of folks and enjoying the time. And, it's pretty interesting that when we were on the World America, that it was not a group cruise, but it turned into one. That was cool. It was really cool because there was no set schedule. There was no, we just kind of, hey, what are you doing? All right, we're going to meet up here. And there were a lot of impromptu kind of things that happened. That's more our style.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some group cruises are pretty stringent and they have a schedule. And on a group cruise we went on before, there were certain people in the group that seemed to be a little aggravated if you didn't make every event. Look, we're on vacation. Hey, you're not going to make us go to anything.
Unless you paid for our cruise, we're going to do what we want.
Yeah. And that's fine. And some people want that. Some people want that structure, but we just want to be able to do what we want to do. So that's why we say we're not like, we'll go on a group cruise. We'll promote a group cruise. But, like Adventures Ahead, Josh and Michelle, they are anti-group cruise, even though they had a group cruise that they put on. But the purpose of that was they did it with Beach Please. And so if you wanted to do all the group cruise things, you go do the things that they have scheduled. If you want to be antisocial and hang out at the bar in the casino and that's all you want to do, Josh and Michelle will be at the bar in the casino. And that was kind of, so that was kind of a cool twist. And we've even talked about putting together some type of group cruise that's like that, where it's just a hangout, and maybe you would coordinate with the cruise line to say, hey, we're going to do brunch and then we're going to be here and, we'll have a dedicated bartender or whatever. And we just hang out and chill. So here's a question from the Cruise Life, and they're asking, would you say there are group cruises more popular on certain cruise lines? And then Bruce answered, there we go, NCL and Carnival are the most popular. Yeah, and I would agree with that. And they, and Bruce can echo this, they seem to be the more easy to deal with and apt to do a group cruise from a travel agent perspective. And if you're interested in booking group cruises, I'm telling you, like, there's nobody better than Bruce. Bruce is fantastic with booking group cruises. So, as always, you got to give me just a couple of seconds here. I'm going to upload some examples of some group cruises that I found on the interwebs.
Oh.
All right. So here's the first one. This is one that I actually would love to go do. So this is the Rock and Wrestling Rager.
Yeah, did that.
The Rock and Wrestling Rager with Chris Jericho. So this is in November from Miami to Bimini, the 7th to the 11th. So this is a thing I've noticed with a lot of these specialty cruises like this. So this is somewhere between an affinity and an affinity cruise and a corporate group cruise. This is actually put on by this Rock and Wrestling Rager that Chris Jericho does. It's really cool. They end up showing it on AEW Wrestling, but one thing I've noticed is they're only 4 or 5 day cruises, and that's probably because the talent on board can't be away from their tour or whatever for that period of time. But there's an example. Here's another one, Real Country Music Cruise. Again, you can see this one's 6 days. Would that be 6 days? Out of Fort Lauderdale, Grand Turk, and St. Thomas. This actually be really pretty good itinerary there. And look at the lineup there. So this is a country music group cruise. And then here's the one that Chas wants to go on. The True Crime group cruise. Of course, it's already sold out. But you can see the different things that they have scheduled on the screen there. That's kind of cool, and that's a different kind of group
that
cruise,
would be
right?
Fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Jury games, dance party. So there's just one example of group cruises. Now, the other style of group cruises are, so we went on the OG Booze cruise. It was themed, but it was themed around Halloween. And we had like trick-or-treating, and we had costume contests, bar crawl, all those kind of things.
Had nothing to do with Halloween. That's just I'm thinking of the things I can remember.
Slot pulls and those, that's pretty typical of a group cruise. And but there are some, like when we were on our last cruise, there were people and they were like they were all out on the back deck and they were calling names and doing all these kind of things. And I don't know, it's something I wouldn't want to be a part of. It was very hokey. And man, if it's corny, I'm out. I don't like the cornball stuff.
You get a write up. If you get, I was trying to do the thing that Dwight does. If you get however many write-up. Yeah, demerit. Yeah.
And if you get 5 demerits, you get a full disagulation. What's that? You don't want that. Danny Dizzle in the house. Welcome in, Danny. Good to see you. So another type of group cruise that people don't ever I don't want to say they don't ever utilize it, but you don't hear about it a lot is family cruises. And Carnival's pushing hard, and so is Royal Caribbean on doing family group cruises. So, it'll be like a family reunion kind of thing. And, you get a little break if you book groups. So that's another good option. The affinity style group cruises, it's something that I wasn't familiar with until I became a travel agent. So like MSC does F1 group cruises. So MSC is a major sponsor for Formula One. And they have a Formula One affinity cruise that they do where a lot of the Formula One drivers come on board and they do sessions where they talk about, Formula One tech and all this kind of stuff and question and answers with the drivers and crews. So that's another style of group cruise. A lot of times on those kind of group cruises, though, you're not getting the discounts that you would get on a regular group cruise, which is something that you'll find with some of these group cruises, that there'll be additional onboard credits. Maybe if you're on a casino style group cruise, there might be some casino play involved. So there are good reasons to go on group cruises. And it's not a bad thing to search out. But this is the Married with Travel podcast. So if you are a cruise for your partner, you need to find out if they want to be part of a group or not. I mean, really, if they're antisocial, might not be the wisest decision in the world. Kirby the Beagle in the house, welcome in. Jen Cohen, Jimmy the Astute Tourist in the house, welcome guys. Thank y'all for coming in. But yeah, I mean, it would be, hey Chas, I'm taking you on a cruise, and then we get on there and you're like, hey, we got to go to the aft deck. What do we got to go to the aft deck for? We're trading ducks. She might not enjoy that. So here's Bruce talking about group cruise rates. So 8 cabins on Carnival Royal and MSC, and only 5 on NCL. So it's a great option for family reunions, and it's something that we've actually talked about is, getting our family together and all going on a cruise. We just got to get everybody in our family together on cruising, because some of them are on the fence, and we all know that you take one, it's dunzos. It's game over after that. Yeah.
It's just Dylan. We got to get Dylan on.
Yeah, we got to get Dylan on board.
Ellie's willing to go. Yeah. If there's ever a dog group cruise.
The Furry Friends cruise. Yeah, Furry Friends. All right. So let's jump in here into the chat. Let's see what everybody's been saying. Actually, before we do that, this is the midpoint of the show. So since it's the midpoint of the show, that means it's time to talk about tonight. Today's sponsor, Tessery from Tessery.com. Build your Tesla in one stop. So we have Tessery equipment on our car. We have some brake calipers that we put on the car from Tessery. There's a video out there. Check down in the description if you are looking for Tesla accessories. Tessery is a great option. And if you use the code Moonlight, you get 25% off. So Tessary.com, that is the sponsor for today. And we are done with that piece of business. So now we'll jump into the chat. All right, here we go. Jumping into the chat. Hey, baby.
Dad, keep talking to me.
So I'm going to put our comment up there first. So we do have a new video out. You can follow the link there. It's the we're doing a walking tour and review of Celebration Key. So we've decided on our videos that we're going to start doing a different style of video when we're doing tours, and we're just going to walk and talk just like you would anywhere, you know, and hey, look at this, hey, look at that. And that's kind of the format we're going to do. We're going to see if the people like it. Hopefully you guys will. John says, nice looking car. I appreciate it. We love it. We absolutely love it. We were on the fence about a Tesla, and then when we bought it, actually when we test drove it, we were sold.
Off the fence.
Off the fence. Bone Tired, does the Booze Cruise count as a group cruise going on the ABCs in 68 days? Yes, the Booze Cruise was a group cruise. I don't know what's going on with all these follow-ons, but the OG group cruise was definitely a group cruise. And they are going on the ABC in 68 days. Yeah, and we definitely don't have FOMO on that. We were originally booked, but work has caused me to not be able to go. The good news or bad news is I still haven't got clarification on whether or not I could go. So with that in mind, it was good that we went ahead and canceled when we did. I was worried that I would have to cancel and then we wouldn't be able to get any kind of deposit back. So, and Bruce was a huge help on that. We appreciate him. Again, Ocean Travel. If I don't book it myself or we don't book it ourselves, Bruce is our guy. So Bone Tired says they have to duck out soon. Yeah, it's all good, Bruce. Bruce is going to shoot me the video, like they have like a teaser kind of video, sizzle reel for the ABC's cruise. It's all good, Bruce. I got the material I needed. Yeah, there, you know, and there's Bruce saying, of course, family and friends, which we talked about a little bit. John Gaylor says he agrees. Pick and choose what you're interested in. Yeah, I kind of, you know, I've got a couple of schools of thought, and you know, I need to talk with Bruce a little bit, but you know, I feel like there are folks who would like to do a group cruise either with us or, you know, a group of friends that we have. But if I'm going to go in and do a group cruise, like it needs to be a particular kind of mindset for us. Like, okay, this is a business decision to go do this. Not that we wouldn't have fun, but we would put our needs aside for the group. And I'd have to have a particular kind of mindset to go do that. And I don't know if Chas will ever have that kind of mindset.
Probably not.
But
what I'm sitting here thinking, like,
yeah,
no.
But on the other hand, if we had a Moonlight Adventures group cruise, there's a certain way that I would, you know, think that we should do that. And it would be because this is what we do. We shoot the breeze and, you know, we just hang out and talk. So, you know, it would kind of be like, hey, we've got the library today for 2 hours, and that's where we're going to be at. Show up if you want to show up, don't if you don't. And things would evolve from there. You know, maybe some dinners and stuff like that, and people could split off and talk. And just an opportunity to hang out.
That's what I would like. Plan all the things, and if you want to do these, you can.
Yeah. And I don't, you know. And I don't think, like on the original Booze Cruise, I don't feel like anything was pressured or pushed because we didn't show up to everything. But there were people in the group who were getting a little upset that, you know, well, this is a group cruise. You're supposed to do some stuff.
Yeah.
With it. You know, it's like, no, we're. So, yeah, Bruce is talking about charter cruises also. Yeah, some of those are charters. Man, I'll tell you what, so we watch a lot of Below Deck. And if we ever run into money, we're going to book one of those. But, you know, like 3-4 days for $300,000. And I know that's not what Bruce is talking about. He's talking about larger charter. But anyway, I just caught a squirrel there for a second. Jen Cohen, good morning, Josh and Chastity. She says she has been on 2 group cruises and loved them both. One was on NCL Breakaway and the other was on the Celebrity Apex. Yeah, I mean, and it's it can be, and it is a great time. Just need to make sure you know. The other thing is too, being aware that there may be a group cruise on the ship. So I know when we were in the OG Booze Cruise, and I can take full responsibility because I was in charge of the pub crawl. I mean, we took over the piano bar. You know, people were in there, they were drinking their champagne and having fun.
And we did do these chants all the way from each bar to the next bar.
Ole, 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 you know, booze cruise, booze cruise. So we come in, you know, very loud and boisterous. I know that you wouldn't think that me and Noddy and Kurt would be loud, but we were. And we basically ran everybody out of the piano bar. So anyway, we coordinated this with Carnival, just to be clear. So Carnival knew all the bars we were going to, but I do kind of feel bad that everybody got spooked out of there. But, you know, it's okay because we took over and there were more people in there than there were before. And some people did hang around and we had a great time. But, you know, just knowing what a group, you know, you might, if a group of people comes scattering into an area and you don't know that there's a such thing as a group cruise, it's just something to know when you're on board. And never been bothered by anybody that's doing a group cruise, but some people are different.
I was a little bothered by us.
I was bothered by us. I don't want to holiday with. Oh, okay, I don't want a holiday with my family, just with me and Lisa. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
We're kind of like that. We want to pick and choose, but you can't do that. So it's like we have to invite everybody.
Well, if you pick your dates, if you schedule it when you know some people are not going to be available. Dang!
You got to work. That's mandatory work week.
Dadgummit. Oh shoot.
Maybe next time.
Thanks, Jen, for putting that out there. Everybody smash the like and feed the algorithm. Yes, please. Already hit that one. Here we go. John Gaylor booked the Vloggers Cruise, and it caused a huge fight. I canceled our reservation. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, right? And I heard a lot of people with the Vloggers Cruise that were just kind of, I don't want to say underwhelmed, but it was, you know, like, oh, I'll never do that again.
I don't think I would like that one.
Yeah.
It seems.
I don't know. I don't.
If everybody's on there getting the same exact videos, like how can those videos?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, it takes those folks out of their element. So, you know, we, one of our favorite people in the YouTube verse to watch is EECC, and if you've ever met them in person, you find out real quick that Jason is the more outgoing, and Alyssa, she kind of hangs back. So you'd see Jason out from time to time, and had a couple of conversations with him. He's a really good dude. He likes to talk shop, but you know, you got to realize that those folks, for the small little universe that they have on YouTube, like there are people out there that, I mean, we were on the Sun Princess, and folks would line up to see Don, and love Don. Don's great, but you know, to me, it's just they're just people, and if you treat them like people, you get some good conversation out of them. And
well, they are just people.
Yeah, I know, but just putting them on some kind of pedestal, and it's like, you know, we're all just vloggers trying to get our little piece of the pie. And,
I never want to be where everybody recognizes us ever.
Yeah, we've been approached a few times already, and we're not like big or anything, but by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, Ahab show. John and Krista. Yeah, I know. I was trying to say it and I kept getting hung. I was tripping over a vowel there. Yeah, he says group cruise out of Norfolk. Yeah, exactly. That's we've been looking at it, and we've got our own little cruise port here, and it's very underutilized by us. We did see some troubling comments. So they were talking about how cold it was on the ship this past week.
Well, they said the ship didn't have heat.
Yeah.
At all. So they said you could see. I don't know if they're exaggerating, but they
exaggerating.
said you could see your breath in your cabin.
But then another person I saw on Instagram, they put a picture out, and it was the sunrise with snow on the deck, and they were complimenting how good they did a back-to-back, and they're like, how great the cruise was. So everybody's experience is always different. I mean, it's like the things we see with MSC. I think some people had a bad experience, and then they went and tried it again, and the water's already tainted, and then you're just anyway. We try to go into every cruise we go on with a new view. If we would have assumed that all older Carnival ships are like the Carnival Glory, we would have went on the Carnival Paradise and assumed that this ship was not going to be any good. But man, we loved the Paradise. We'll book the Paradise again anytime. We'll see, John. Have a good day at work. So you can't just and to be honest, if we would have went into the Paradise with that kind of mindset, we would have picked out every little flaw on that ship because it wasn't perfect. I mean, the ship was built in '98, but the issues it had added to its character. Like the Glory needed maintenance. This ship, when it goes to dry dock, they'll clean some things up and it'll be good to go. But the Glory, like some of the sliding doors were about to fall off, and I mean it was
the pool was all
the pool was rusty looking in certain places. But anyway, let's see. Is there anything that anybody would like to talk about on the group cruise front that I may have missed? And make sure I didn't miss anything.
Well, we only have 2 minutes.
Yeah, we only have 2 minutes. But we appreciate it, all of you guys coming out. We're talking about maybe doing something this Saturday. We don't know for sure yet, but you might see a live stream come out. We hope everybody has a good day. I don't know what the schedule's going to hold for us. So I'm having surgery on the 25th on my shoulder. So Chas may have to man this seat, and I might just have to sit over there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Chas is going to have to man the controls.
You're going to have to learn how to do it with your left hand at work.
I know. What are you talking about?
That is going to be hard. It will be hard trying to use a mouse.
Yeah, I've already started doing some things with my left hand so I can prep.
Yeah, the things that I'm not going to do for him. You start practicing now.
But thanks to each and every one of you guys coming in. Next week's topic for Married with Travel is going to be local travel ideas.
Oh my gosh, that probably sounded what is different.
Local travel ideas. So we love cruising, we love traveling by train and all these different things. But you don't always have to leave your area. I mean, we've found so many great things right here, right off our doorstep. So that's going to be what we talk about next week and share some of the travels that we've had. Jimmy, the astute tourist, said the booze cruise on the Glory was his first and only group cruise. Yeah, I mean, that's our only official group cruise was the booze cruise on the Glory. So, it was solid. It was solid. I enjoyed meeting all you guys, and I'll tell you, I think I almost had more fun in New Orleans with y'all than on the Bruce wipey Chastity.
Yeah.
That's the first thing she said. You got to figure that one out, buddy. You got to figure that one out.
He's like, I guess I'm going to have to walk with my left hand unless you're going to do it for me. Like, no, you better start practicing.
Yeah. Oh, before I jump off of here, want to give a shout out to our members. There we go. So our members, thank you guys. Scott from Controversial Cruising, Danny D, and John and Krista from the Ahab show. I can never say Ahab. So we do have memberships now, and with that you get some personalized shorts, prioritization inside the chat, and several different things. So you can check our breakdown of memberships. We're not pushing them, but it's there if you want it, and we appreciate anyone who does decide to become a member. So that's there, and thank you for the members that we have. So, hey, we appreciate it. I got to go to work. Chastity. Ellie's got to go pee and poop, right? You got to go pee poop.
Yeah, don't tell everybody.
So we are out. We will see you next week. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Travel and marriage, two stamps on the same old heart. Travel and marriage, one suit.